Hey everyone, I am live. How cool. All right, so you'll probably see little lights around and stuff. Don't worry, it's just my little projector thing. So it's doing its thing. Okay, welcome. Thanks so much for being here. We are doing, connections for September. So I'm just going to wait for a couple of minutes and allow some people to come in so I can do this talk. Hey, Desiree, happy September, and happy to see you guys here. Welcome. Thank you. Okay, so thank you. My husband Failsafe is in here. Thank you so much. Welcome. Hi, Elaine. Hey, Funky Monkey. Thanks so much for being here. Everybody coming in for our September, sort of a look at September guidance. And I'm going to talk to you about a few different things. And also, hi, Sarah. Welcome. Also tonight, if you go to my Facebook page, Divine Miracles, I've created a Divine Cafe, which is for readings by donation. So I will be doing readings tonight at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So if you want your own personal little reading and you want to join a little group where I'll be doing a lot of the readings, you can join that. So it's Divine Cafe on my Divine Miracles page on Facebook, which I'm sure most of you are there. Hey, G, welcome. So, G, we really love talking to you and doing your podcast. So we would like to have you also again, or we'd like to talk to you again real soon, just in general as well. So thanks so much. Awesome. The bros are at it. I love how Bobby's is yellow. Thanks so much. Okay, so I'm just getting some sage going. And don't worry, these are not orbs in the background. You may see some lights and stuff, and that's just our little, we've got this little tiny projector thing, and it does so many things. Like you can see the lights on this side. You can see them over there. So cool. Actually, you can see a little bit on that wall, so that's cool. Okay, no worries, G. And we will be talking to a few different people. So there's some people that wanted to just do a split screen, just talk for YouTube as well. And we could also set that up for YouTube, G, because on Rumble we can say a little bit more. But we can set something up for YouTube too. Can you see the blue? Yeah. I've got it sitting down on the ground behind me. All right, so again, I wasn't going to come in today. Like I wasn't exactly sure what was going on. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the September and sort of September energy. There's a whole lot of stuff happening again. And and I just want to, I don't know how I'm going to explain it all, but there's so many things happening that we are going to be in for a lot of surprises. So been on any of these things before? Okay, no worries. Well, today is just a talk, and there's a lot of messages for September. So I welcome you in 1, 2, 3. I'll just call you that. And thank you so much for being here. Oh, beautiful, Katie Cat. Awesome. I love the Agit energy. I think they're the last two maybe that we had as well. So awesome. They're meant for you. Very, very calming energy. That's for sure. All right. So excellent. Okay. So like I said to you, just going to let a few people, you're now an Agit fan. They're so gentle and soft. And as I said to you, I put some at my desk, and I put my cards on them when I'm doing some card readings like that too. So very, 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 very strong energies for sure. I've actually got some more Agits to make for people into the pendants also. So amazing. And we will work out a time to talk as well, Katie Cat, because I know that's coming up. Hey, Johnny. Sarah says she wears it daily. Beautiful. Actually, my tiger's eye, I took it off, and then it kept falling off. So when they keep falling off, they need to have a little bit of clearing or maybe some time away. And I took it off, and then I put it back on again. And my tiger's eye, I tell you what, if you want to chill out and just feel very grounded, feel really connected, the tiger's eye is the thing. No worries. All right. So getting into September here. September the 6th, we have a new moon in Virgo. The angel for September is Hamaliel. September 20th, we have the full moon, and we have lots of planets in retrograde this month too. Cool. Okay. How long will I be live? Probably about an hour or so as well. But it's okay. You can watch this later. This is just a September sort of messages. Tonight at 6 p.m., I'm going to be on Facebook doing live readings. Okay, so if you enjoyed that yesterday, you can go over there to Devine Miracles on Facebook and check out the Devine Cafe is what I'm calling the days that I'm doing readings is Devine Cafe. Oh, beautiful. Wow. But thanks, Artsy, as well. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. So we have a lot of new energy, right? It's the first of the month, and that's always a great start. So happy September to all of you. But I'm telling you what, I know Devine Cafe, isn't that cool? I can even do tea leaves and coffee readings. And if you guys like the crystal ball, we'll do those too. Yeah. All right. So when I get into talking about, I'm just letting everybody come in, but I'm going to be talking a little bit about September, what we can be looking forward to. Again, I don't really like to do full-on predictions or anything like that. It's really stupid because so many things can change. But there is different feelings that you can kind of pick up on. So for September, there's going to be a lot of changes, okay, which is really good. The large Lemurian, yeah. Awesome. Hi, Eliza. That was a really good steal. All right. All right, everybody. Whoops. Hope you can still see me. Okay, great. So beautiful. Awesome. Okay, so let me just find my isn't this the cutest little bag, everyone? This is my little, look, it's got my little cards and stuff in it. Isn't it cute? All right, just a second. Here they are. All right, so for sure. I do too. I love the raw cards the most. All right. Victoria. Hi, Victoria. Okay, so Hamaliel is the angel for the month of September. So normally I would have him in here. Okay. Yeah, I didn't have him in this one. Okay. All right. So everybody, I'm just going to get started and start talking about September. So I'm really not going to be able to see your chats. I'm going to try my best not to look. But welcome and thank you for being here. If you want readings and things like that, join me tonight on Facebook, Devine Miracles, at 6 p.m. And we're going to have a little bit of fun in the Devine Cafe, which is my new little thing that I'm going to be doing, crystal ball readings and all kinds of card readings as well. But some people really love that sort of stuff. So here we go. First, I'm going to start with the energy of September, and we're going to be connecting with the guardian angel Hamaliel. Now, I have this just on another tab, so it probably looks like I'm staring right at the camera, but I'm actually reading. So Hamaliel is known as the angel of harvest, and at the full moon is actually a harvest moon as well at the end of September. But he brings abundance from heaven. Hallelujah. Also, he brings the bright light of love and showers us in the unconditional love of God. So the divine angel of harvest, he is also the angel of logic, helping us to have a clear mind. He brings harmony into our thoughts and helps us to think logically. So Hamaliel is a lot like Cambriel, Gabriel kind of energy. Enhances our intellectual abilities, helps us think clear in difficult situations, helps you to learn easily as well. So Hamaliel is a really good time. If you want to be learning anything, work with the angel Hamaliel as one of your guardians of thought. Divine abundance, harvest, bringing material and spiritual abundance. He brings you a fullness of a fruitful harvest as well. So helps you to become easily understood, and he brings towards you a path where people will become beneficial for your spiritual growth. So you can work with this angel to find your divine tribe, of course, right? The right people for you. You'll be drawn to things a little bit more. And the focus for September, I'm telling you now, is everything is going to be happening very quickly, and there's a lot of new energy that's coming in and a lot of changes, okay? The changes are not going to be to everybody's liking, although it's beneficial for everybody, okay? So it won't be to your liking at first, but then it will be beneficial. So make sure, and my husband and I followed my intuition. We went yesterday, day before, we just made sure we just had extra supplies. Sure enough, when we went yesterday just to grab the last little bits and pieces, the shelves were starting to be empty again, right? The trucks are slowing down and doing their thing. So they're doing this for a reason, okay? So people need to really become more aware of what's going on. And it's happening here. It's happening in Australia. Australia has almost been shut down from all of their social media, though, so they can't talk about it. But there are things happening behind the scenes. And as I've said to you now, the light has already won, okay? We have to have faith in that and understand, the next levels of things that are just about to occur, okay? So just make sure that you've got some canned food, you've got some water, you've stocked up on your animal food, plenty of candles and things like that, just in case there's blackouts and all that sort of thing. But if you have to stay at home, what are you going to need if you're staying at home, right? What are the things that you need the most, etc.? So September is, very fast moving. We move up to September 11th energy and all that nuttiness, okay? So don't be surprised that you're going to see a lot of damage that's happening over in the Middle East, etc. I'm trying not to use certain words, but there's going to be a lot of damage here, okay, because of the situation that's happened, and because of our leadership, unfortunately, has completely let everybody down, right? So because of this, there will be consequences, okay? And I don't want to say too much, but just be ready and be happy about it, okay? The changes that we're looking for are just about to hit us all smack in the face, and it's going to be interesting. Things are going to change quite rapidly, and September will be the connection month. All right, remember, we're working with a lot of energies that are completely surrounding us right now. So, for example, if you've been doing your work with your spiritual light team, right? If you've been focusing on your declarations, if you've been visualizing things that you want to see, okay? And if you've been focusing on truth coming to the surface, if you've been focusing and manifesting your abundance and just being patient, etc., you're going to see all of these things come through for September, October, and November. Very, very fast-moving energy, things getting shifted around very quickly. Because the way things were looking like they were going, it was a terrifying existence for many of us, right? But the people have been fighting back against all of this, and so they should, So changes are just right on the surface, okay? So believe me when I say there are big things happening with technology. There are big things happening just everywhere across the globe for all of this to start shifting into place. Now, we have logic, confidence, self-realization, abundance, harvest, and we have the energy of the new, okay, and perseverance as well. All right, so I'm going to read to you something real quickly. All right. So the energy for, it's funny, the number 6 has been coming up a lot, okay? Kind of thinks that something on the 6th, even though that's the new moon day, there may be something around the 6th that's quite significant for September. So we have the 6th. Now the 6th, the major arcana card, the 6th card is the Lovers, okay? It was right on top. Right, there it is, right on top. Okay, so we have the Lovers card. Now look at this angel, all right? Look at this. So these people look like they have nothing, sort of, well, they're completely naked, aren't they? We'll just be mature about this card for now. We have the tree of knowledge, we have the tree of life, we have the angel coming down, we have the sun, we have the truth being revealed, we have suddenly a massive change, right? And there's some other things that come through with the Lovers card, and the Lovers card came out as the focus for September. And obviously it means love, connections, all that sort of stuff, but there's more to it. Okay, so the focus is on sudden and unpredictable changes, right? See what we're saying? Interesting experiences, love, friendship, newness, unions, meetings, examination, choice, reorganization, travel, personal property, or your home, right? It's all starting to make sense. Some type of dilemma will be presented, demanding an action or decision. And we've seen this. But you're going to want to figure out the best way to proceed and make the right choice. Make the right choice, right? In romance, some of you are separated from people and loved ones, okay? And that's definitely us, my husband and I and my family. And that causes frustration, of course. The unexpected is that you're going to be surprised by a very fortunate adjustment in your life. And by something that looked negative on the surface, listen to this, right? Something that looked negative on the surface related to your work or your life, turning out to be an unexpected blessing as well. Well, that's really kind. Thank you. So you can expect many social calls and invitations and things like that. Thank you very much. But past failures will make you feel leery of making the same mistakes all over again. So you're going to be very productive, okay? You're going to be very productive, okay? So make sure that you're saying things like, because I know a lot of people say, I hope so, and, that's there in the comments. I hope it, I really, and that's like a fear. So just claim it instead. Okay, this is my energy. This is what's coming through, and it's going to be a beautiful blessing, And that's the claim that you want to have, rather than, oh God, I'm worried. I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are worried right now, and we've got to stand really strong. So in the home, you'll be very productive, several projects going on, very, very fast moving energy as well, right? So as far as paperwork, remember that there'll be, or whatever seems like a failure will be a blessing later on, right? So a choice is going to be presented. It will call for a decision on your part, okay? Ideas will flow easily, as we said. You'll find that some people are not interested in the work that you normally do or what you have to sell, but this will be a blessing again in disguise, because new avenues will open up, offering unexpected gains in a different direction. Now, something that kept coming up for a lot of people for September was new job, new career. And do you know that this came up for me? And I'm like, well, what new job or career would I be doing? Because this is my whole life, working with all you, creating, teaching, doing webinars, doing meditations. This is my whole life, the crystal store. But the little Devine Cafe, that might be a little new direction, because I hadn't thought about doing it in that way. And having a little bit of fun with doing readings instead of readings just being the same old thing. So maybe that's the direction, like a different direction to go in, where people can just have a little bit of fun and get that little bit of knowledge and not have to pay a fortune to do so, right? So, okay, there we go. All right. Oh, my goodness. All right. Good Lord. Okay. All right. So we'll keep going. There's quite a lot of information about this one particular energy, the lovers. So for some people, you're going to be feeling a little bit trapped in situations that you feel a dead end. Okay, so it's going to force you. It's going to force you to push yourself into new horizons. So something is just going to keep on finishing for you in September, and it's just going to keep on forcing you, right, as well. So your emphasis will be on your work, studies, and reaching your goals, rather than on all of these social activities. So no worries, Elaine, thanks so much. Again, being prepared for the unexpected. And at first, everybody's going to be like just a little bit, oh my God, stuff is happening. But you're just going to be prepared and ready for this being to the next. What we really want to have happen is coming faster than we thought. So we've got to be very positive about the steps that we need to take to get there, okay? You're going to be pleased about a beneficial product or project, the restoration or reparation of something that you considered to be a failure or a loss, new social or romantic interests. So, okay, so some people as well, thank you. Some people as well will have unexpected, family or people that they know, hey, help, you need to help kind of thing. So you may be called on to help, right? Your relatives might be experiencing problems concerning their home or real estate or property. Too many family responsibilities are being pushed on you. Maybe this is also what you've been dealing with as well. And that there needs to be communication. So you'll be physically productive. You're going to be feeling okay. You're going to be feeling healthier body and mind, okay? And make sure, if you are going through a time where you need a reset, make sure you check out the healing, the full spectrum healing, and listen to the advice and do the healing focus. Excellent, okay? You see, so people that lean on you all the time, or if you're always getting a call when there's a drama, and if you're always getting a call when there's a problem, and if you're always the one that goes and fixes everything, and if you're always the responsible one, and if you're always the one that has to come up with an idea or a plan or you're just always running things like that, you're going to need a break this month, and people are going to have to start doing some things for you. Not easy, because it's hard for a person who's always put in charge to suddenly, always been forced to be in charge, to suddenly have to sit back and allow someone else to help. You're going to have to say no when you need to, because everybody's going to need their strength to be focused upon themselves. Again, something that I keep on saying all year. Not good. Okay, so money will be coming in through commissions, trade, or skills, and or through a loan repayments, unexpected source, and if a need arises, money will come and cover those things. Okay, so September, focus your flow on manifesting things. Try not to be negative about money, because money won't like you. You want money to like you and be attracted to you, okay? So you can either try the attraction Reiki if you haven't already, all right? And if you don't know the link for that, I can put it up later. Or you could do some manifesting videos that I've already made, or patrons, if you haven't done it already, the manifesting webinar. All right. I will probably release that manifesting webinar for YouTube coming up soon, because we all need to be doing this. All right. So you will have to make a choice to continue on or move in a different direction. What's that going to be for you? Okay. It's going to come up. You've got to remember that you have that energy there anyway. Okay. You're going to have a much needed confrontation with someone that you might consider to be a friend. You may need to speak up for yourself. For example, in September, if someone continually is using you or abusing you, only come when there's bad news. It's sad to say, but a lot of us get that, where someone will only come and speak to us when there's something bad, some drama in their life, or something happening, and it's like all chaotic, and then suddenly you don't hear from them again, and then like, hey, what do you think about this, and blah 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 blah, and you're like just like overwhelmed with all of this energy. Sometimes you either have to say something, or you have to just stop answering. It just comes to that point where you're just getting used for your advice or your help or your healing or whatever it is that you're doing for people. You're always there, and they know that, right? Sometimes if you don't like it, you're going to have to shut the door on it. So this will be the month, because we're working so many things out within ourselves, and we are working on our own divine path and mission, and there cannot be too many interruptions to that, because we're going to have enough worldwide things happening, as it is. We're going to have enough worldwide things happening that we're going to it's going to take a lot to keep our focus strong, especially because things will be happening very quickly. So as you've noticed, the end of August, everything started to speed up, right? And here we are moving into September now, the 1st of September, and there's already things happening as well. So, good. Yeah. Some of the reasons why people unfortunately get used is because of their kindness. Now, I remember my soul dad. So my dad just recently died in June, but the dad that I had that was with me throughout my life in Australia, who was my soul dad, I remember him saying to me, I would say to him, what's wrong with, people? I'm really, really nice, and I'm really, really kind, and that maybe I should just be one of those cruel people, and they seem to get everything. They seem to get everyone. They seem to have an easy life. If you're cruel and you're dishonest and you're mean and you're nasty, it seems like everybody just looks up to you. And I remember my soul dad said to me, don't ever lose who you are, because the right people will always be attracted to that. Don't change yourself for anybody, just change who you're hanging around with. And I'm like, okay. Now, at the time of my life, it was not that easy to do that. whereas now it is. And now I'm looking back on certain things and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's right. So you just once you start to lift away from it and you stop feeling like you want everybody to just be okay with you or like you, or you don't want a problem with anybody or anything like that, you don't want them saying stuff. Once you get rid of all of that, believe me, if they're being the way that they're being towards you, then they're already talking about you. Okay, they're already being nasty, so you might as well just let it all go and really shock them, right? So don't change who you are for anybody. You must continue to maintain. If that means cutting off loose ends, then you have to do that as well. Excellent. Okay. Visitors, you're going to get an unexpected phone call or visit, okay? And it's a positive energy. In the mail, you may get some information about money coming in the mail. You might even have a mail order business. People are buying from you and you have to put stuff in the mail all the time. Anxiety, you might be feeling troubled that things are not always going according to plan. You may feel that little bit of unsteadiness, especially the first week of September here, right? But don't worry, because I'm going to be here all the time, and here, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, I'm trying to do as much as I can, plus talk to people on the phone and do readings, and plus, look after my home and my husband and cooking and all that sort of stuff. But I will be here. So if you've been separated from people and you've been feeling anxious around that kind of energy, or feeling like, what if I never see them again? You've got to cut that out right away, okay? Because we've got to remember that behind all the scenes, the light has already taken over the situation, and all we're left with is people and leadership that is scrambling. And this is not just the USA. I'm talking about the entire world here, right? Scrambling leaders, trying to hurry up and shut everything down as fast as they can because they've got no direction, right? So see that as a good thing, okay? So you'll be kind of disappointed in the sudden ending of things as well. Suddenly everything starts to turn and all that sort of. Some of you are losing jobs, sadly. Some of you are having to, allow that to happen. Some of you are, and I'm telling you now, there's so many online jobs at the moment, it's not even funny. So you're going to be able to find something where you can work from home anyway. But there's so many people who unfortunately will need to stand their ground, and that may mean that they're fired, which will get reversed very quickly as well, okay, when everything turns around. But you must stand your ground now, because if you give in to one thing, for example, then you're going to keep on giving into everything until all of your rights are gone, right? So just really hold on to freedom. We need that now more than ever. We must hold on to it and understand that it's our right to have, right? That's how it is, and it cannot be taken away unless we let it. So we need to be careful with all that sort of stuff. But it says here that you're no longer going to be feeling alone, that social separateness or alienation is coming to an end. Does that mean lots of lockdowns are finishing? I think so, okay? I think it will be up and down for a little while, though, while things get sorted out. So Australia, for example, shutting down. Oh, we're all open now. Okay, we're shutting down. Oh, we're open now. We're shutting down. So this up and down thing is what poor Australians have been going through. And that has been like that for a reason, to really mess with you, okay, psychologically. So you just go, I'll just do anything you want me to do to get out of the situation I'm in. And that's, a lot of people don't have the spiritual side. They don't have that strength. They'll just follow whatever they're told. And that's an Australian thing, is like a lot of the older generation just watched, they watch the news all the time. It's like on 24/7. They listen to everything they're told. They go to traditional doctors. They get told what to be put on, and they will not waver that energy, as well. For sure. So, but you're not going to be alone, okay, in this whole situation. New beginnings are happening. There are people who have had unexpected problems with bits and pieces and things, and people who've had unexpected issues going on. And, you're going to embark on these new things, and you may have to meet certain people or certain deadlines this month as well. You will have a lot of unexpected good fortune and saving grace. Okay, some people are going to inherit some things as well. A social invitation or introduction will arrive. You might receive a gift from somebody as well. Okay, that was another thing that kept coming up, was unexpected gifts for this month. Your success sort of comes through unexpected places, pulling off on a financial coup. Something, again, it keeps saying something that looked like a loss. Something that looked like a loss becomes a win. Unexpected change of plans. This is the energy for September. Unexpected changes, things that seem bad at first, and suddenly it's like, oh my God, here it is. Being grateful for having enough to pay for things. Stay in that attitude of gratitude all the time as well. Something's going to change your plans or the course of your experience. It's going to look negative on the surface, but will later prove to be a blessing in disguise. It's saying it for the whole month of September. Don't lose hope when it seems like, oh gosh, I didn't expect that to happen, or this is finishing over here, or we've got sadness over there. Okay, just remember the bigger picture is unfolding, all right? Sometimes people need a real slap in the face in order for them to wake up, and sometimes it takes dramatic events unfolding, like we're already seeing, drama, the chaos happening, for people to finally go, oh my God, we need to change this, okay? And that's what's happening now. So look beneath what appears to be on the surface. Fate will bring serendipity. So there will be predicaments, there will be things that you will go through, but, being forewarned is forearmed. But you will do the right thing, and you will have the right conclusion. And there will be people that will help you to remove the problem and clear yourself of it as well. So interesting. So the vibration of September is the Lovers card. Angels overseeing the angels overseeing the whole thing. We have the angel Hamaliel working with us. I feel like there'll be more to do with the sun as well. So the solar flares as well. Yeah, people finally seeing what they need to do and really having a lot more faith in themselves, in their ability to be able to, you guys are all doing things that you didn't even realize that you could do, so you're all doing these things that are far different. So when we first went into 2020 and all that sort of stuff, we were doing things in a completely different way than we are now. Right, we're moving more into this vibration of strength, and we need to be into that also. So we're in the energy of the Lovers, and that also means positive vibrations and connections with the right person as well. And this was just what came to me, the messages that I received as I'm just telling you now, writing all those things down, but also that it's like new things, okay? Logic, confidence, self-realization, abundance, and harvest. Things that will have no choice but to change because of the terrible mistakes of the government leaders, okay? it's just ridiculous what they're doing to people. We're not going to put up with it. Okay. And it doesn't mean that we're going to fight any of this with any violence or anything like that. We're going to use our brain, as I've been telling you guys to do, and focus on the direction that you want. Focus on the darkness dissolving. Focus on the light engulfing everybody. And focus on everybody in wellness. Focus on the change. Focus on you being strong and healthy. Don't give in to any of this negative talk where, oh my God, oh, I'm so stressed out. Oh, did you see this crap? Oh, this is happening. Oh my God, it's never going to end. Oh, the NWO. Oh. Don't give in to any of that. And there are a lot of, unfortunately, there are a lot of spiritual people who are calling themselves spiritual that are falling for all of that and doomsday prophecies and all that sort of stuff and scaring everybody. And I don't get that message whatsoever. The whole way through this whole thing, the whole thing that I've felt was strength, that we have to understand the way or the power of our minds, how things work by the power of our minds, how that if a whole lot of people are thinking the same thing, how you can change an outcome. And this has even been tested and tried, and scientifically there's data on like minds, and there's data on this as well. So there's an understanding. Okay, so I'll just say real quickly, there's always an understanding for you to have feelings about something. It's always a time when we're going to get peed off, right, with everything that's happening. When I see my friends suffering in Australia, my children, and I can't do anything about it. If something were to happen to one of my sons in Australia, I could probably fly there, but then they would keep me in a quarantine for 2 weeks. By then it would be too late. If something were to happen, if there was a car accident or something, terrible like that, just say, I can't get there. So it's stupid of me to say, but that's okay, I'm fine. So the energy is, okay, of course I'm going to be at first, worried and anxious about that. But then I have to say to myself, that anxiety does not help my children. That anxiety doesn't really help me. And feeling like there's nothing you can do, this helplessness energy, is also not helping the situation, because there's plenty that the universe can do. There's plenty that the angels and your guides and your dragons and your team and your celestial beings and beings from other planets and all the things that you believe in and know that are there. Do you think they're just sort of standing around, doing nothing? If we put them to work, we ask them to help in these situations, that's all that they need to create a change. It's all that they need to say, oh, finally, she's asking. Okay, now we can get to work. And when a whole group of us do meditations and stuff, and a whole group of us bring in the energy of the Lion's Gate like we did in August, and it will probably each month we do some kind of bringing in the energy, right? We're doing it. And there's a lot of people that are doing it together. And it has made a difference. And it's not just us. There's thousands or millions of people that are doing it, that want to change, And sadly, some people are into the prayer energy. Please, please, dear God, make this stop. That just shows to me that you don't actually believe that that's going to happen, that you're just desperate, When people ask me for prayers, I don't send you prayers, okay? Not as in a worrisome thought for you. I won't do that. I will do loving thoughts and positive vibrations and, ask with expectation that God, Goddess, the angels, everybody is getting to work for you. So I just say thank you for getting to work for Candy or whoever. Thank you for helping them, and visualizing you and your wellness, not going, oh God, please help, Candy. I mean, she's really struggling, and it's just reinforcing the struggle, right? And be really so yeah, but that's a grateful symbol. But no, I know I wasn't talking to you about the prayer, but I'm just saying some people will pray all the time. It's a big thing in Australia. It's a big thing in a lot of spiritual communities where they're like, oh, I'm sending prayers. Don't send me your worries. Just send me your good vibrations. Do you know what I mean? And that's what we need to be doing. So we also have the 10 of Swords, which was coming up just in a little bit of this reading. So I'll just quickly do that as well. And remember that tonight at 6 p.m., if you want some readings for yourself for September, yeah, okay, good. Hope I wasn't trying to pick on you, Candy, or anything. So if you want some readings for September, all right, come and see me tonight, Devine Miracles Facebook page. And I'll be there at about 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. I forget which one I put. I might have put 5 p.m. Just 1 second. So let's have a look. Okay, so people are coming into the group. That's great. Oh, 5 p.m. tonight. 5 p.m. I usually say 6 p.m., but I will be 5 p.m. tonight, Facebook, Devine Miracles, donation readings. Okay. All right. So the other thing, like I said, hey, Simply, the other thing that I said or that I got a connection with was the 10 of Swords when I was looking at the tarot. So I'm going to do this because the 10s are the same as a 1. They're actually read the same as a 1. And here we are on the 1st. So it makes sense, right? Okay. All right, just 1 second here. I need a mouthful. Okay, so the other card for, and I thought I did have it here. Okay, so just 1 second. And it was more that I was just pulling some cards, like asking, okay, what's the vibration for September? And it was interesting how both of them indicated a brand new start, a lot of new energy. So just a moment. Okay, so this looks a little bit tough, okay? But this is where we've been at. So this is the 10 of Swords. You see all the swords are sitting in the back, and the person is absolutely exhausted, okay? Does that sound familiar? It's like you've been stabbed in 1,000 places and you're just exhausted. So let's see what this also means. So it signifies the number 1 because 10 is 1 plus 0 in numerology, which equals 1. Okay. Hey, Siobhan. So it actually brings in a re-beginning, okay? You need to come to terms with something that you've avoided in the past. That was a big sort of message for us all anyway. So many swords predict tremendous activity, okay? Everything's moving quick. Agitation in some places. There are going to be things we don't like. This is what we've already said. And acceleration, so things moving forward as well. The swords will show the last stages of effort before you see the final result, right? The last stages of effort before we see, this is happening September, okay? Interesting. You can take it however you want it to be. You fear that there's poverty or ruin. You want to find out a way out of an impossible dilemma. This is how you've been feeling. The worst is over, though. You will have to face some hard, cold, and pleasant facts about yourself, your situation. Maybe facing facts about somebody else. Maybe we're all facing facts about leadership. how it's been, who it benefits, right, as well. People will make you take action to correct situations, changing the way that you respond to them or move in a different direction. Again, these are going together. Who would have thought that the Lover's energy and the Ten of Swords are going together? They're actually mimicking each other. You'll be making corrections, repairs in your home, changes to your home, your health, your appearance, your wardrobe. You're going for a whole new look. Communications, relationships. You'll have unexpected good luck in your journeys, which will bring positive changes or happier outlooks. But if you go on a shopping spree and buy impulsively, you may have to return what you bought because you may be like, what did I get this for? It's like, I'm never going to wear that. So you're going to have problems in some cases of sorting some things out. So make sure you're not making errors on paperwork. These are all the things just to think of. Don't make errors when you're filling out documents and stuff. Double check. I always use a pencil first and then go over it. So I don't have to do it all again. So there may be frustrations otherwise with, having to do something again that you've already done. In the work, career, there are obstacles and situations that are hard, and some people are going through hardships and disputes because you want to stand up for what you want to do. You don't want to feel like you should have to do something, okay? And, you may find that this is the ending month for some of you with wherever it is that you're located, because you're not going to be forced to do something that you don't want to do in any stretch of the way, right? Yeah. So, make sure you read the email a couple of times. Sometimes that happens to me. So sometimes what happens to me is I read your email, right? And I have it on my mind. And then I think, oh, yes, I've already answered that email. I've done it. And it will be sitting there, or my answer wouldn't have sent to you, and it's sitting in my drafts. And I'm like, why hasn't this person answered me? And it's like, they haven't even got the bloody email yet. Oh my God, that's happened to me more times than one. Okay. So emotionally, you may be questioning the motives, behaviors of others and feeling a bit left out or abandoned, of course. And you will also feel kind of that way where you're just sort of noticing that people that are tedious, right? And got to be away from it kind of thing. You will be finding it difficult to derive satisfaction or pleasure from the same old situations. You're going to want it you're going to want it to be you're not going to get the same kind of fulfillment that you once got from certain people and places in your life, okay? Someone may call with an invitation, or they're asking you something. You'll be uncertain, perhaps, of how to answer this, or you'll be hurt or insulted by a rude response or a lack of response from somebody else. This can sometimes come up. Your family will be more in focus than usual. It won't be the best situations, okay, for September, because of the things that are going to be taking place in the next 7 days. Well, really, between now and the next 20 days, there are a series of events that are occurring. If you haven't noticed, certain things have already changed when you go to the store, okay? When you go to the shop, take note of certain things, okay? This is what we were, talking about for a while now, that we're going to see a lot of changes happen. Things are starting to occur now, okay? So you're just not going to be in the same mind frame as you might have been a couple of years ago for people to just dump on you because you got your own that you have to deal with, okay? Again, family will be in focus. Your physical body, so expect a lot of activity. So you're going to want to be burning off a lot of energy, or you'll have a lot of energy as well. Financial problems are going to be relieved and resolved. A flurry of business or adjusted financial statements will give you an unexpected bonus. So looking into things, cutting back with things as well to give you some extra, money coming in. So my husband and I were like, okay, so this much is going. Once you start to work out how much is actually leaving your house in food and just incidentals, it's a lot that you can cut back on as well. Okay. So for people that are just coming in, this is for September. And I'm just giving some general messages for September as well. Okay. So you'll be able to generate extra income. Is basically, if that's one of your worries, then stop worrying about it and tell yourself the perfect thing is already on its way to me. I've got this kind of thing. You've got to be really positive, especially with financial stuff, for it to positively reflect to you. Okay, so you may be feeling defeated. Now, remember, this is the energy of this Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords energy is a sensation of being done with certain things. And you people are going to still try to push your buttons, okay? It's just whether you, the hard thing is when someone's pushing your buttons, it's like, are you going to allow them the satisfaction that they know that they've gotten to you? Are you going to play a game at all? And if you're playing games with somebody where you're trying not to say something and you're trying to avoid a situation, or you're trying not to say anything, you're playing a game, you're still in it. Okay, so you have to learn to shut it off as well. So you have this realization that you've outgrown this friendship. Some of you will have one of your friends, and the actions of one of your friends will upset you, okay? You'll get a letter or a message that you find upsetting. So that might be coming from a friend or something, and you just like, God, okay, I need to cut that person off as well. So you may be troubled by other people's predicaments or lack of commitment and your inability to do anything about it. So you may feel frustrated for people, but remember that frustration is a bad energy that we're sending without meaning to. So instead, we focus on what we wish to see. We focus on the lights, etc. So though you may try not to let things bother you or get underneath your skin, you may be still going through sort of upset because you want to have things going. You want the people that you love the most to be happy, of course, right? Again, remember the angels always talking about allowing ourselves to feel stuff, right? Allowing ourselves to feel those energies, but then quickly changing it with what we wish to see. So a decision not to go back to work at your current place of employment could also come up for some of you in September. Okay. A new job assignment or complicated work project is going to begin. So you have the ending, the beginning. You will have to take an objective look at yourself, your situation, or other people as well. So someone will give you a really nice and unexpected gift, something personal. You may also get a pleasant financial surprise. So that's come up in both of those energies. All right. So the energies of expecting the unexpected, of things seeming to be, a downer, And then suddenly you see the silver lining. Okay, you see the reason why it had to be. Sometimes when we, stop having a friendship with someone and we feel all upset, and then soon we start to see the benefits of that. Oh my God, there's no drama. There's no calling me all the time. There's no stress in my life. Life becomes the way that you wanted it to be. But at first, just remember this for September. When we first hear the news about certain things, we're going to be distraught. We're going to be upset. We're going to be annoyed. But then we're going to see what that means. Okay, because of this situation happening, we're going to see what it brings to us. The changes that we want to see, right? So your greatest success will come through progressive financial gains in your business or trade, finding new methods of operation which can increase your potential or allow you to do your work without interference, changing things up. You will consider yourself lucky because you have the ability to solve problems by removing yourself from it or by remaining neutral as well. Luck will be with you in a financial matter, and expect bringing unexpected bonuses. Okay, this is certain people in their situations or their jobs or whatever. Okay, you'll be grateful for help or comfort at this time, and someone will do a favor for you in September. So don't give up on yourself or another, or consider the situation hopeless. Remember, this is what it's sort of saying. You need to have faith in yourself, because otherwise it hinders your ability to see what you really want. God dwells in you as well. God doesn't go anywhere. It's us that go all over the place looking for God, looking for something to help us. We're looking everywhere, but we've got to start to see it within, because it's there. So come to terms with what is. Turn away from negative thinking patterns and habits. See what's worked for you in the past and what's not working for you. Okay. Learn to have more faith in that which can't be seen, but nevertheless exists. All right. So things are going to go in a different direction. And though the future looks, different, there are positive vibrations on the way. Other recourses will become apparent. So it's like the same message, right? Everything is, for September, it's sort of like we got a fast-moving energy. We've got things happening really quickly. So one day we're going to have one situation, next day all hell's going to break loose. And then this is going to change, and then that's going to change. Okay? And we have to see that the positive, the light is already behind it all, okay, pushing out all the crap. Because one of my friends says, you turn the light on and cockroaches scurry everywhere, right? And that's what we're in right now. It's like leadership across the world don't know what the heck they're doing. And they are panicking. And you can tell because they're making very stupid mistakes, and they still won't resign, right? They're making very, very bad public mistakes. People are dying. People are being, going crazy. People are stranded. People are lost. People are abandoned, and nobody seems to care, right? But I'm telling you, in September, all of that starts to unravel a lot more. And it's going to be, we're going to be a little bit anxious about all of that sort of stuff. But we must hang in there together, right? As well. So it's almost like, and my husband and I were saying, we hadn't said anything, but like last night and the night before that, it felt like there were many, 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 many hours in the night. Like it's really strange, because a lot of people say they don't sleep very well. And even though I woke up a couple of times, because you've got to let the dogs out and all that sort of stuff, it felt like a really long night, really, really long sleeping and stuff. So I don't know if you've been having that, but sometimes when that happens, it has to do with the work that you're doing on an energetic level. as well. Right? So all of that sort of stuff is, many of us are sort of working within the realms kind of thing. But later on, so 5 o'clock in a couple of hours, actually, can't even get over that. Yeah, so in a couple of hours, 5 o'clock on my Facebook page, join me for the Devine Cafe. And we're going to do some readings and things, okay? So best sleep, right? So heavy, like a long night, like many hours was in that night. So sleeping was really, really deep, etc. So the energy for September, we have the angel Hamaliel working with us. Yeah. Hamaliel's working with us. Abundance is here. Changes are upon us. Make sure you have some supplies at home. So if you can't go outside for a while, or if the stores aren't receiving food because of the trucks, and the trucks are all on a slow roll right now, just make sure you've got bits and pieces that you need. And I wake up refreshed. Remember, well, I've just done it today, Artsy. So I've just done it today where I've set this up for 5 o'clock. So I'll also have the Devine Cafe here on Facebook, on YouTube as well, on certain days. I'll just let you know when I'm going to do it that day. Exactly. So big things coming in. Okay. All the stuff that's wasted time is leaving. All the people that are wasting your time are leaving. You must shut the door on things that are draining your energy, because you need all your strength. Okay. We all need all of our strength right now, rather than focusing on mundane. You've got to be out of the physical and into that higher realm, and it's all there as well. And we're making our way forward, standing strong in this energy also. Not everybody's going to like it, but it will be very rewarding worldwide, as things start to turn for the better, okay? Because we're kind of sick of all this stuff. Excellent, Katie Cat. You probably, some people will fall asleep in that healing one, that's for sure, as well. So thank you very much, Candy. So I did want to just pop in and say happy 1st of September. I have a lot of videos coming for patrons. All right. So patrons is $5 a month. You get 10% off everything, and you get free webinars, videos, extra readings, meditations, all kinds of stuff, channeling sessions live as well. Okay. And I really need patrons, because who knows what's going to happen with anything. So, because they may shut some stuff down, i.e. the internet, etc. They may have to reset everything. Who knows, right? So not that I want to focus on anything like that, but just in case, sometimes you get things set up, and that's all you needed to do, was to make sure you had a backup plan, right? And that's all you needed to do sometimes as well. Excellent. So we will be back on Saturday for the auction. See you in a couple of hours. If you go to Facebook, it's donation. So it's the Devine Cafe. You make a donation, you get your own little reading. It's a good little reading too. It's not just a quick thing. And you'll have an opportunity to choose between different mediums that I have, cards and crystal balls and things, pendulums even, right? Whatever one you want to choose. So this is exactly what we've been preparing for, Des. All right. And I can tell you right now that our spiritual light team and those ambassadors that are from, other planets, etc., if that's what you're connected with, I'm telling you, they're here close. So September is some people's month. It's my youngest son's birthday month. So he's 22. And he's on the 7th, 999. He was born 7999, which is awesome. Okay. So thank you again very much. I'll see you in a couple of hours on Facebook, and I'll see you back here real soon. Much love, many, many blessings, and bye to all of you.